Mr. Abdul Samad.
Madam, allow me to convey my appreciation to my fellow leaders from the Union of Security Employees, in short USE, for their efforts in pushing and advocating for greater protection of the security officers. When I first got to know about this bill, I contacted my fellow union leaders from USE and asked for their views about the changes that the bill could bring for our workers. I wanted to know if the amendments will improve the workers in the 4 key areas that we are concerned about: protection, progression, placement, and privileges. These 4 P's are NTUC's key pillars that every union leader is working towards in achieving the 3 W's: wages, welfare, and work prospect for our workers. USC leaders' immediate response to me was this, I quote, "Brother Samad, this bill signifies that the government never fails to hear our calls to improve the protection of our security officers in their course of work, and we certainly welcome this amendment." Unquote. For those who are not aware of USE and what do they do, USE is one of 58 unions affiliated to NTUC. Formed in 1978, they represent all persons who are employed in the security and security-related services. USE has evolved over the years and currently represents over 20,000 union members. Security officers are aware that USE leaders are security officers as well as workers from the industry. However, they take on the additional role by walking the ground and understanding the concerns and issues faced by the workers to better serve their needs. Beyond providing social benefits via NTUC social enterprises, USE actively carries out industrial relations works. In fact, they started USE Mediation Service in 2018 as unionized security agencies and union members felt that USE understood the industry practices and was in a better position to deal with grievances. On average, they have been handling over 200 cases per year. The number of cases has been on the rise since COVID struck us last year. Last year, USE handled 267 cases. The same number of cases they see now year to date, and we still have 1 more quarter to go. USE Mediation Service serves not just members, but all officers in the security industry by helping them to mediate issues that range from salary payment to harassment cases. USE will soon launch an app in the 4th quarter this year to allow officers and agencies to report any harassment or work-related grievances, for union to take action together with our tripartite partners. This is in line with NTUC's belief that members first, workers always, which means every worker matters. In addition, USC recently has collaborated with the Singapore University of Social Science to conduct a longitudinal study to track changes in the wages, welfare, and work prospect among security officers in Singapore. In the first survey conducted between January and February 2020, 30% of the security officers surveyed had faced some form of abuse in their course of work. When the survey was conducted again between September and November in the same year, 40% of the security officers surveyed had faced some form of abuse in their course of work. This is a 10% increase in a matter of months. Madam, allow me to share a case that our USC leaders have represented, and hopefully with the amendment of this bill, it can help to prevent similar cases from happening again. A security officer was deployed at the condominium and shared that the tenant and condo manager at the site had been constantly yelling at them, being disrespectful and using profanities at the security officers. He brought the issue to his operations executive on multiple occasions. However, no follow-up actions were taken by the security agency. Thus, the security officers sought help from who and where else? USE Mediation Service. Upon receiving the report, USE engaged the security agency and addressed that USE does not condone such behavior towards any security officers. The agency acknowledged and assured that the matter will be addressed with the condo manager. This incident was investigated and the condo manager was issued with a stern warning for his actions. This is just one of the many cases that our union leaders have represented and protected the interests of our workers. With such uncalled behavior towards our security officers, this bill is timely as it introduces 3 new offences to protect security officers when they are executing their duties. It will give the security officer assurance towards any form of assault or criminal force, voluntarily hurt caused by members of public, and also against any indecent, threatening words or behavior or such communication against security officers with intent to cause and as a result, causing harassment, alarm, or distress. With the amendment to this bill, these offences will carry penalties packed higher than if they were committed against the members of the public. This is very welcoming and heartening news for all our security officers. I would like to urge security companies to implement other measures to prevent abuse and not solely rely on legislative protection. For example, USC has pointed that some altercations could be avoided through the better deployment of technology and manpower in order to minimize the in-person interaction with officers. This is also in line with NTUC's push for workplace transformation and towards achieving Worker 4.0. Madam in Malay, pindaan akta ini adalah sesuatu yang dinantikan oleh pegawai keselamatan yang sentiasa dicabar sewaktu menjalankan pekerjaan mereka. Ketahuilah bahawa Kesatuan Pekerja Keselamatan USE akan sentiasa bersama anda untuk mendengar rintihan anda tentang pekerjaan, dan bagi setiap maklum balas, kami akan cuba sedaya upaya untuk mencari jalan penyelesaian yang terbaik untuk anda sekalian. Ramai di antara kita tahu dan juga pernah dengar kisah-kisah pegawai keselamatan yang dihina, diherdik, dicerca sewaktu menjalankan tugas mereka. Ini amatlah menyedihkan. Dari itu saya ingin menggalak semua pegawai keselamatan agar menjadi ahli kesatuan tersebut dan mendapatkan bantuan mereka. Kalau anda tidak mengenali sesiapa dari USE, pergilah ke pusat pengantaran mereka yang terletak di Textile Center, iaitu di Jalan Sultan. Pusat ini menyediakan perkhidmatan khusus untuk anda. Kami sentiasa akan mendengar dan membantu anda dalam sebarang masalah mengenai pekerjaan dan di tempat kerja. Puan Timbalan Speaker, pekerjaan sebagai pegawai keselamatan telah banyak berubah kalau dibandingkan dengan masa dahulu. Suatu ketika dahulu kita perlukan ramai pegawai keselamatan untuk sesuatu tempat maupun bangunan. Tetapi teknologi telah meningkatkan mutu pekerjaan pegawai keselamatan. Ini menyebabkan majikan tidak perlu menggajikan ramai pegawai keselamatan lagi kerana setiap pegawai keselamatan sekarang mampu menggunakan teknologi untuk mengawasi lebih banyak kawasan. Majikan sudah tentu dapat menjibatkan kos ini, dan di sini saya mohon kepada semua majikan demikian untuk berkongsi penyebatan kos itu dengan para pegawai keselamatan anda. Janganlah hanya penuhkan poket orang atasan anda sahaja. Perubahan ini adalah hasil usaha Kesatuan USE dan NTUC dalam meningkatkan prestasi setiap pegawai supaya mereka dapat meraih lebih faedah baik dari segi gaji, kebajikan dan peningkatan kejayaan mereka. Puan dan ahli Dewan yang dihormati, pekerjaan sebagai pegawai keselamatan hanya indah dirupa sahaja. Tanggungjawab mereka telah meningkat dengan peredaran masa. Mereka sedar akan peningkatan tanggungjawab itu dan mereka juga mengharapkan sokongan dari semua pihak untuk menjalankan tanggungjawab mereka. Saya menyeru pada semua pihak untuk menghormati setiap pegawai keselamatan yang sedang menjalankan pekerjaan mereka yang semakin mencabar. Lebih-lebih lagi di waktu pandemik. Kepada semua pegawai keselamatan, saya harap akta ini akan membuat anda lebih rasa selamat dalam menjalankan pekerjaan anda. Sekali lagi saya mengajak anda untuk menjadi ahli kesatuan supaya anda dapat meraih faedah kebajikan dan rujuklah pada pusat pengantaran untuk mendapatkan bantuan sekiranya anda menghadapi masalah di tempat kerja. Beyond this bill, with the presence and continuous advocacy from USE, security officers are being better protected, and we encourage more to join the union and allow us to represent and serve you. We acknowledge there are some lower-earning security officers may find it challenging to pay the membership fees. Hence, I call on employers can consider sponsoring the union membership fees for all your security officers. More assistance should be provided to them. Madam, every security officer is a human being tasked to enforce rules, some of which are not well thought through. But as professionals, they do their jobs when called upon. Behind every abuse is an officer who feels upset, angry, and emotional. So we appreciate these amendments are given to all and giving security officers greater protection. To all the security officers, on behalf of NTUC and USE, I would like to convey my appreciation for the good work you do in keeping our loved ones safe. Be assured that with USE and NTUC around, you will never walk alone and we will always be here for you. Madam, I support this bill.